Another one.
Does it sound loud to you?
It is louder than
ears?
usual. Yeah, it is louder than usual, but
Whew.
I can hear you.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's because I'm quiet. He turned my volume up.
Maybe. And I'm like loud. So now I'm even more loud. Okay, I can't. I'm not making any promises. I can't.
No,
It's
I
just
mean,
natural.
do you? Because we can edit it. But I just wonder why. Because I don't feel like I'm usually this loud in my ear.
No, I heard it as soon as I put my headphones on. I was like, oh, this is loud.
Okay.
It's
so
not just you.
Crazy.
It's not. But hello. Welcome back to another episode of She Well Read Baddies. I'm Alana.
I'm Samra.
And we're loud.
loud.
I'm loud.
We're live.
We're loud. We're live.
Like.
We're all of them. We're all of
Yeah.
them. But per usual, shout out corner. Follow us everywhere at She Well Read. Go to our YouTube and subscribe. Leave comments on our videos. Thank you for all of the people who are already doing that. Also, I was like, I want to acknowledge the ones who follow directions.
Yes, I'm glad you are, because y'all are the unsung heroes.
Y'all are the ones who keep us going.
You keep us
on the for real.
Not really though.
I see those. Because we get notifications to our email whenever somebody leaves a comment or like subscribes.
We see you.
We see. So when I get those notifications, I'm like,
It makes us feel all the warm fuzzies.
All the warm fuzzy feelings, like our outfits. Warm and fuzzy. I'm so weak. We're so much. Subscribe to our YouTube. Also, this is going to be in the show notes today, but vote for us on the Discover Pod Awards. Basically, you just put your name, why you like our show, obviously the show name. And yeah, so if you enjoy the show, that is another way to support us and bring us up. So I will have that linked in the show notes. And yeah, that's it for
T-shirts are still available.
T-shirts.
We're trying to sell out by Christmas, so get everybody in your family one. I know I am.
I'm so weak.
If you're in my family, just get ready to rep She Well Read. You know what? Like, you are gonna tell people about my podcast.
I know. I'm gonna put on my Christmas list this year that I send to my family. Buy a She Well Read shirt.
Yeah.
That's what you can do for me.
Simple as that.
It's simple. They're on our website. If you want a bleach dyed shirt, DM us, email us, whatever, because it's not an option on the website right now. So yeah.
All of that. Yeah.
Coffee break. How are you? I realized, I was listening to some old episodes and I was like, we haven't checked in a minute.
Oh, I'm good. I'm really excited about Halloween weekend.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like as an adult, there's not really many real holidays to go out and an excuse to get drunk and have a good time and
turn up.
Turn up. I'm gonna feel like a college student this weekend.
I know, that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I don't think I can do what I used to do.
Right.
We were actually in a gas station and randomly there were some Mad Dogs in a little thing by the cash register on display. I was like, you can't do that. You can just put Mad Dogs out where everybody can see it. You don't tell people you drink those. My boyfriend was like,
I'm so
did you used to drink those? I was like, no.
Not you lying.
No, I didn't.
She's
I was
a
like,
liar.
yes.
I'm kidding. You're like,
no, yes. I was like, it's better than Four Loko.
Which we drunk those too.
Well, no.
Yes.
I declined to answer. I never.
Are you pleading the fifth?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but what else is going on? I don't know. I decorated my apartment for Halloween.
Fun. Yeah.
The rest of it is in shambles, but the balcony and I ordered some grass for the balcony. Like fake grass?
The
fake grass.
Bird.
So we're, on the come up. I'm excited for that to come in.
Okay. I'm glad you're getting all comfy in your new place a little bit here and there. It's the little things.
Yeah, What about you, cozy girl?
Just a lot.
Oh.
It is just all back to back.
Fall is
busy.
Mm-hmm.
Busy. It's on my neck.
Stepping on that neck. Not you choking. Life's choking you.
A little bit. But you know, I'm in school and like house
You're
shit.
doing the many, many things that you do. You're
the
living
many
like
things.
Lana.
I'm living like Lana. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, bitch, what the fuck else are you gonna change it to? Like,
I was thinking about it too, and I was like, she's literally talking about her lifestyle.
right.
Living like Lana. She's saying people reference her when people do things. I was like, it still makes sense. So
Yeah, I was like,
I didn't have any idea.
She said, what I wanted you to know is I had no thoughts.
It's like, I need more thoughts, aka
none.
I don't have any, so
That's
I
okay.
need more.
I think until just some maybe stroke of inspiration happens, I think I'm just gonna stick with living like Lana.
Okay. Wait, what about
Oh,
I don't know if you're supposed to talk about this. Are you talking about it?
talking about what?
Your email changed. So like that means something else.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can talk about that because it's gonna be on the website.
Okay.
But I feel
Tell
like I've
us
been talking about
more.
it. Yeah, I've talked about it a little bit about like
Remind us.
venturing deeper into the podcasting space, like trying to make it my full-time gig one of these days. So that's it's happening, kind of baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
But I did make a new email. It's called A-Bomb Conversations.
Okay.
And that's gonna be like my non-she well read
ABC.
AB conversation.
Ooh.
ABC.
That's cute.
Literally.
See, that's a burst of inspiration.
Oh, it's because this is on Vibrate. Okay.
Was that one of your close friends? Is
This
that why it
Kenzie.
did that?
Hey girl. Hey girl. But
I'm
yeah,
here for that.
I'm really excited. It's what I've been using for things that I applied to that are like not She Well Read related, but like
Okay.
still podcasting.
Are you taking podcasts, producing requests? Like, can people hit you up?
Yeah, people can hit me up. I'm not gonna do like if I just get this flood, it's gonna be like, okay, maybe one or two.
Take them slowly.
Yeah, depending on
Yeah.
like what the request is, because production can look different for any show. Like our
Okay.
show production does not look the same as like another shows. So
That's fair.
depending on what the lift is, I should say, will depend on like how many
Okay.
like clients, I guess. I don't even know like what to charge, so that's what I'm saying. I'm baby stepping my way into it
Yeah.
still, but I am excited.
Whoop, whoop. I feel like that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, like
So.
making the email. Like I made my email signature, added my picture, all of that. Next step is the website.
Yeah.
So
I
stay
feel you,
tuned.
girl. I'm trying to get some business cards.
Business cards.
Because I feel like that's a good way to really just like when you're talking about it to somebody, just be like, oh, here you go.
Right, here's my card to learn more.
It's like really more official, I feel like,
yeah,
than like, hey, follow me on Instagram.
that's tea. And it's like something
So,
physical. And if you have like a
yeah.
QR, like literally our She Well Read business cards, literally the same concept. So
Period. Cheers to us taking ourselves seriously.
cheers to
as
that.
creative babies.
Yes.
Love to see it.
I'm so weak. But yes, love to see it. What else we got on here? Oh, new interviews. We are having some new peeps on the show. I know we were on a roll with interviews and then we kind of just stopped. But it's because we were getting ready for the new season.
Right.
But we're getting back up there. We got 2 interviews that are coming out. One maybe. No, Javasia's will be out by the time this airs because it's
Her.
dropping on Monday. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
y'all are going to love that. I mean,
both of
I
them.
guess it's already out.
Yeah. Or Love. If you
Loving.
haven't listened to it yet, this is your sign to go listen to it.
It's so inspiring.
Mhm.
So many gems in there.
So many gems. And like we just get the best people on our show. Like
Yeah.
I feel like once you've been on the show, it's like you're a part of the family.
I think we're like, I don't know. I was thinking about that too. And I was wondering, I was like, what is it about our guests that make them so perfect?
I think it's just I don't know. It's just we get good energy. I feel like we give good energy, so then we're getting. This is me getting dabbling into my woo woo.
Okay, woo girl, go off.
But like, I think because we also research. It's not like we just have these people on the show and don't know anything about them.
Fair.
So it's like we have some idea of who they are and like what they're doing.
Well, right.
So, but I get what you're meaning, like personality wise, or
Yeah,
like
I
because
feel
not
like
everybody's
everyone's
good.
hearts are good that we interview. And we don't even really, I mean, I guess we do. We filter a little bit.
Yeah, like just a little bit.
What makes sense on the show. But if you're someone we've told that we might interview,
yes, hit us up.
Yeah, we're probably going to hit you up.
That too.
If we don't, hit us up. Because we would love to show you off and have new perspectives on the show. Oh, also, I feel like it's because a lot of our interviews are with authors, and they're so well spoken.
Or like podcast. Yeah, you're right. It's like people who are like kind of,
they're good with their words already.
Yes.
So yeah.
So it just like makes sense and it blends really well.
Yeah, but I want to have some more like non-podcasters on the show. And you know what? Like, let me shout out hashtag Black365 and hashtag what was my other one?
Pride 365.
Pride 365.
I was like, I think that's what she's talking about.
I was like, I don't know, what was it? Was it Queer 365? Pride 365.
We haven't done any, but I remember you like wanted to.
We're gonna be
dabbling into it. Yeah.
Trying to just like have people on the show who are minorities so that, you know, we can hear their voices more and they can put us on, because I feel like there's so much to be learned, taught, talked about
all the things.
Yeah, and so I think it would, you know, add some really cool textured conversations to our.
See, what y'all don't legit. No, y'all do realize because you watched the show. She's so good with her words.
I feel like I don't be having words.
But
often.
Here's the thing: even though you feel like you don't, when you do, they be wording.
You know, we trying to word out here.
Yeah, we're trying to word.
We're trying to be well read.
Oh, facts.
Okay.
Okay, let's stop. Okay, we're new interviews. Okay, I also wanted to shout out everybody who's on our TikTok. We hit 7,000 followers.
Oh my God!
Which I was like slow. It was like slowly creeping up to the 7,000 mark, and then this morning I was like, yes.
Cheers to that. We also hit 18,000 downloads today.
Yeah. Oh, we did today? I had just looked and it was close, but I didn't. Okay, period.
I hit refresh and I was like, what?
So weak. Yeah. Period.
It's those scary stories,
Scary
man.
stories.
Speaking of which, you know, it's never too late.
It's never too
have
late.
A spooky, scary story.
I was thinking about that the other day because, you know, like once Halloween ends on Monday, it's like all right, Thanksgiving. But
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't felt like spooky.
Damn.
Like I haven't been watching.
Last chapter wasn't enough for you because that shit was scary.
Facts. But I mean, it's like I haven't been watching like scary movies or like Halloween movies.
Yeah, you have to.
I know. So that's what I think this weekend I'm gonna take some time and like because you know it's all like on Freeform. It's gonna be on repeat, all of the movies.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had the time to like sit down and like, you know, just watch something like fun and whatever.
Definitely do it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
In the spirit.
Yes, I think that's what I'm missing. I'm like, because it's like after October 31st, it's like, all right, moving on. But
I know.
I'm gonna be there for a little bit.
Take my decorations down.
Don't.
Hey.
Who's gonna check you?
Nobody. It's my porch.
Exactly. Period. Not me hyping you up. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's been leaving us comments on our TikToks.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I'm always like, leave a comment on YouTube and Instagram and da-da-da. But like, shout out to the people doing it on TikTok. So
everything helps, you know.
Everything helps,
and it's a great way to start a conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna read some of them.
Please do.
From some of the TikToks that we have posted, just because I was like, why not?
Let's
shout y'all out. Shout them out. Okay, so even like on our most recent one. Oh my gosh, stop. So Autumn's on here.
Of course.
This is the one where you're talking about like where we were talking about like if not us then who, or like change. Ooh. And like if we might not see it in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And she said, so true, besties. The act of doing things for the sake of doing or enjoying has been lost. We are so obsessed with productivity that it takes away from the joy and passion of creating.
Wow. It's like turn your hobby into a hustle. Like,
right.
No, like, can we just
enjoy?
Yeah.
She also said, wait, I just listened and realized you were literally talking about activism. Chopping down the system takes a lot of hands and work consistently.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely a group ass effort.
Right. Right. And just like some other, like we had another comment where it was like, I enjoy y'all's vibe so much, and just like, you know, all the things I know I'm gonna throw mine like Samara did the other week. But it really means a lot to us. It keeps us motivated. It's like telling us, like, bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that, especially in a space where we are the minority, like, times, I don't even know at this point, like, Black women.
Yeah.
Like,
it's easy to, like, get down. It's easy to get...
I was looking like...
I was getting real comfortable. It's easy to get down on yourself when you don't maybe get noticed as quickly as other podcasters and different things.
Right. And it's like, that's not what we're doing it for.
Yeah.
But it still feels nice.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, we are in this.
We're entertainment.
Yeah.
We're trying to entertain.
It's a business.
And also it's a business.
So,
it's all the things.
You know, it does, like, motivate us to keep on pushing along because we got big plans.
We do got big plans. And we need big bands. to do those big plans. Spotify. Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you did this next one, so I'm gonna let you take over.
I rewatched Don't Worry, Darling.
Did you went to the movies and watched it again?
No,
I was supposed to say that's commitment.
No, it wasn't worth that.
Okay, then okay.
I was just rewatching it because Dime hadn't seen it and he wanted to see it, but he was like, no, go with your girls. I was like, period. But I promised him we could still watch it together. Yeah. So we did. And he's on your side. And he made some points that I was like, and also just rewatching it.
Yes.
From, like, without the
spoiler alert also before we go any further.
There's a lot of spoilers that I may shout out, so just, you know, just go with me. But I feel like everything you were saying, except for the part about that girl's bangs.
I saw your comment on that and I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. That is what happened.
But everything else you said was so true. Because the first time I was like, oh, I love these, you know,
like deeper concepts almost.
Yeah, and like the scenes that kind of make no sense that I have to like interpret and like figure out. But afterwards, or I guess coming back into it, I was like, I already know what happens. So now I'm just like dissecting it.
Yeah.
And I just noticed more like unnecessary scenes that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And also, my boyfriend was like, it seems like a Black Mirror episode. And when he said that, I was like, that's so true.
I've never watched Black Mirror, so.
Oh my God, you would love it.
Okay. Add to the list.
It's very much like Don't Worry, Darling, except in a 1 hour
like an episode,
yeah, which I feel like is all that was needed.
Like I was saying,
a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
I was like, I fell asleep, you know what I mean? It just wasn't hooking me.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't as deep as I maybe thought it was.
Cause y'all, I went to go watch this with her in Autumn, and they were like, and this point, and I was like, did we watch the same movie? Because the thing was, the points y'all were making were valid, which was why I was like, I know y'all seem I was flip floppy, but I was like, no, because you're right. But I don't think that's what this was.
Right. Like, I don't think it was as deep. Right. Exactly.
As y'all were, like, saying it was.
I think the point that she was making in the movie has been made so many times. And I also think that oftentimes white women, that's, like, the depth of their understanding of oppression. So we see that narrative a lot, but I would love to finally see like a more intersectional perspective, which I guess you get when it comes to Black producers more so, because I was like, it's just not as good as like a Jordan Peele movie, because I feel like they're both in that same realm of like a thriller.
Yes, and I love And that's so we're here now.
It's not that.
It wasn't
it's not
that.
at that caliber.
It was like those movies made sense.
Yeah.
This like made sense, but was unnecessary.
It was exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of drama came out of it. So thank you for that, I guess.
Entertainment.
Yeah, that was more entertaining.
That was more entertaining than the damn movie. A lot of people did say that.
I was on the edge of my seat for that because
for the tea.
Yes, they were talking about he spit on Chris Pine, Mr. Styles. I was like, the Harry that I knew.
I know. No, okay, I'm gonna post this because it's all to our story because it's so funny. Autumn, when she sent me the money for because I bought all of our tickets. When she sent me the money for the tickets, she put in the comment, Harry Styles spat on me. For like why she's sending me the money.
Energy.
Literally. It's very on brand though. It's like some shit she would do.
Real zone.
That like
gotta love.
Shout out to Autumn.
I was gonna say Autumn, but you gotta love me.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Autumn.
hope you're listening and watching. And I know
she
you
is.
are.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's
get
into the chapter. Okay. I said, let me get a real look.
I meant to harmonize, but
it's okay.
I got excited.
I did too.
I'm just glad I made it. Because last time.
Well, that's why I was like, wait till she gives you eye contact. Before I like went into. Oh, sorry. One last little thing before we get into the chapter. What? I listened to the most recent episode. Well, now by the time this airs, it'll be the episode before of Black Girl Flow, and they were talking about the hyper independent like Black woman.
Oh yeah, they've been getting into some good topics.
Good shit. Great show. If you don't, go check them out. And I was like, I am Liv. Like me and Liv, we're here.
Really?
Yes, we're both very like everything she was saying. I was like, that's me.
Aww.
Like that's how I feel. It's like one of the biggest points and takeaways that she made for me at least was she was like, because Lex was asking her, how I want to help you, how can I help you, and she was like, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god, like
I don't know how to even get to the point of that.
I listened to that today too. I was not sure if we were on this, if I was thinking about the same one, but I'm pretty sure. But wasn't Liv asking Lex?
No, Lex was asking Liv. Oh no, you're right.
Okay. I was like,
my bad. Liv was asking Lex.
So you feel more like Lex.
I feel more like Lex.
Because in my head, I was like, when you were saying Liv, I was like, am I thinking?
I literally, it's not.
Lex makes sense for me.
I was literally on my way here when I was saying.
I feel more like Liv.
Yeah. In my head, I was like, do not get like their names confused when you're making this point on this show.
Funny. I mean, they both 3 letters, both start with L.
Yeah, Liv and Lex.
So it's.
But I know who is who.
Well, right.
We know.
We've done interviews with them.
Right. We have to have them on the show.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
They're great.
But yes, I identify with Lex.
Period.
Like a lot.
I was listening to that episode and I was like, does she realize what she's saying? Because it's so obvious when you hear it. But she's like, I don't realize that I'm doing this, and like asking the questions, all that stuff.
I was like, it only stresses me out even more.
Wow.
I was literally like, I need to send this episode to all of my friends.
Oh my god.
So that they can get me like y'all get me, but like really like
no, yeah,
that was it.
She said people would relate, and look at that.
Relatable content.
I related too, so I feel you. And
yes. Well, yeah, because there's been times when you'll ask me, and I'm like, it's like in that feeling of I'm just gonna do it myself because I know how to do it. It doesn't mean it's the best solution,
but it's gonna get done.
And it's a comfort solution.
Yeah, she even said it was a trauma response.
And it is a trauma response. What I tell you, it always comes back to that. All right, now we can get into the chapter.
Well, I'm glad you spoke on that.
Yes.
Because it was a good episode.
It was really good. All right. So this essay is called Bish What? That's English? A Tale of an American Dating a Brit.
Thank you for reading that title.
I had to. I was like I have to give it the life.
Yes.
Give it the life.
I've been waiting for this chapter because
have you really?
Yeah, she's been telling us little bits and pieces about how she met him.
Oh yeah.
Da 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 da. We have like she
like crumbs.
Yeah. So I was like kind of wanting to know more
about their relationship,
the inner workings of it, and so I feel like this made me feel like I get them more.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, a lot of the things she had to do with him because he's a British white man. It's stuff that people have to do with us because we were raised in predominantly white environments. So like when people make references, sometimes we're like, huh? Hello? Like, I wanted to know, have you ever watched Waiting to Exhale?
I think I did because someone told me to watch it. I definitely didn't grow up watching the movie. And it hits different, like she says.
Yeah.
When you didn't, like, it wasn't part of your childhood. Mm-hmm. And you're just watching a movie for, like, a movie.
Right.
It just don't hit the same.
It doesn't. But I felt like I watched Love. Have you ever watched Love and Basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I disagree with her man's. Like, I didn't fall asleep. You know?
Yeah.
I thought they were good because I love seeing like the perspective of a black story, black producers, black characters, all of these things. Yeah. I feel like I could relate to so much more than the movies I grew up watching, actually. So to me, it was more of like a therapeutic experience.
Right.
So in a way, it didn't hit the same, but it hit different.
Yeah.
So it was like, a little different than if I was a white man.
Right. No, I feel that too. And like, have you watched what's one that damn, I can't. The one that's coming to my head is not the one I wanted to mention, but Brown Sugar.
No.
Brown Sugar is really good. I think you'd like that one. It has Sanaa Lathan and Taye Diggs, which I love Taye Diggs.
We love Taye Diggs.
The Best Man, Taye Diggs. That's another good one if you haven't watched that one.
Wait. I'm whatever. I'll rewatch it.
But there's one. Oh gosh, it's gonna really make me mad. It has Nia Long in it, and I cannot think of the name. Love Jones.
Love that one.
Loved it. It was one that was on my list for a while.
I cried.
And I finally watched it.
So good.
So fucking good.
It's a really good romantic.
Like, I love a rom-com.
Yeah, is it a rom-com?
Brown Sugar is another one too.
Okay, put me on, girl. Yo, I hadn't even seen Friday. When I tell you I got roasted so bad.
I was there.
She was there. And like, there was a little bit of roast for Lana. There was a good amount. Mm-hmm. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
There was.
Yes.
But the roasting was, I think it started with me, probably. I don't know. It started with both of us.
Both of us. But I feel like since I knew like
you knew
more,
a lot more.
It was like, okay, now it's you.
It's me.
It's both of us, but it's you.
You're the culprit. I got most of my black card taken away. I got disinvited to the cookout. I'm back now.
Right? Yes. Yes, you're here, sis. You're here. We're both here.
But yeah, it's been a real journey, my black experience. I'll say that.
Me too. It's been a long time coming.
It has. I'm glad I'm here.
Mm-hmm. But she just talks about all of the differences, and especially with her, like, this is an international difference, like cultural difference, like completely different.
So true.
Experiences, like even down to the one point where she made about even meeting the family, like she, like her parents and her family knew like her bringing him home for the holidays, like it's like a huge deal.
Yes.
But then him bringing her home, it was like not that big a deal.
Yeah, it was shocking to me that that's not even a consideration, like in British culture, and I don't know if it's all British people.
Yeah.
Or just, I don't know. I really don't know all the facets of people in the UK.
Right.
But I kind of liked that. It made me feel better about my experience because, personal note, I've had issues with particularly my dad, not approving of my man. And, it comes with, I guess, his side of the family, like traditional.
I was gonna say it's a culture thing for that too.
It is African versus black, and like I don't know.
Even though it's like the same thing.
It is the same thing, but people don't always see that.
Yeah, like
or
because
they
I have
to be different.
Yeah, because I have African gold, like we all do, but like we know what
y'all
you know what I mean. We have like my grandfather was from Liberia, pretty sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so
I didn't even know that.
It's just very different. It's like
it is
African.
It's so crazy.
Like if you're African from Africa and then you're a Black American, it's two different things.
Different.
Yeah, it's like the places.
It's like, I guess I get it, but growing up here and not in Africa, I also have such a different perspective than my parents and like their parents, and so it's just been a struggle. And like I was like, oh, I don't gotta get nobody's approval because at the end of the day, I do think that it's super, I think sometimes extreme when it comes to like your parents have to like them because and they have to like the family and like all this stuff that comes along with it.
Yeah. Which like to some degree I can get though, because
I do.
It is hard when it's
like you and the other person,
right? You and the other person and how they treat you, like despite all of that other stuff, if they mix and blend well, like that's the real top priority.
Because Thanksgiving and Christmas is like twice a year. I'm gonna have to deal with this person every day. I'm gonna have to wake up to them, go to sleep next to them. Potentially they might be in my bloodline.
Yeah,
which I guess it was related to
the family, but yeah,
you know what,
it's like the core foundational stuff that matters the most, that gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah, but versus Phoebe's family, which she's like, if I'm bringing you home, like you're either the one or you're like pretty fucking close.
Yeah, or the one.
You're literally that person.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Do you feel like you would bring, like, how deep in the relationship do you feel like you want to be before you bring them home?
You know, that's a great question, because there's a part, because I've thought about this, because I've never brought someone home before.
So it's going to be like a big thing.
It's going to be a big thing.
Home.
At this point, it's going to be a huge.
They're going to tease you like, oh, she never brings anybody home, so you must be really special. It's gonna be all that,
and I'm gonna be like crying on the inside because just I'm like, oh my gosh, please stop.
So embarrassing,
literally. But I think for me to bring someone home, I have to be comfortable in the relationship myself, to where even if they don't approve, I don't care.
Wow, that's really, really wise, I think.
Yeah, because as much as I want that to be the case, and here's the thing, like if they don't approve and they have like valid reasons, like that's different. Like maybe because there is that thing of you can get blinded in a relationship.
Yes, I get that. And I get people want to look out for you,
right?
And
like
that's
that's fair.
And like can you vibe with my family, because this is like where I come from.
These are my people.
Yes.
Yeah, but if it's like stuff that I don't necessarily like, I'm like, is it that deep though? Like then maybe, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like you get a lot of opinions when you bring someone home. So I think that's wise to like, you have to be okay with people not liking somebody.
Yeah,
that could happen too.
Yeah, and even if it's not like the whole family, like certain people, you know what I mean? Because you can't get along. That's the other thing. You can't get along with everybody either.
That's true. That when even family doesn't
get along.
I
don't even get along with most of you motherfuckers.
Another thing. Y'all's opinion is, some of y'all's opinion
don't matter to beginning. Don't matter from the beginning.
You better speak. Because some of y'all twisted and you know it. I've seen too much.
I know too much. But it's also someone, because when I take someone home, like my dad, you already know, my dad's gonna like, he's like your typical traditional in that sense.
He's gonna be protective of you.
It's gonna be like, hey, can I talk to you in like the office? Like,
that's so cute. But he'll handle it well.
Yeah, and I need someone who can handle that, who can be respectful of the fact, I'm not the most traditional person, but there are some things that I take pretty seriously and that I respect of my parents that they take seriously.
Right.
And that's one of those things of like meeting my dad, getting his blessing, and like like that matters to me.
Fair. Fair enough. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like that's pretty valid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what you grow up thinking is like your dad's gonna hand you off. Like there's the whole dance with the dad,
right? And it's like,
wedding.
even though me and my dad don't always see eye to eye either, it's still, but I know at the end of the day and at his core, he only wants what's best for me and will always do whatever needs to be done for that to happen.
Yeah.
So I know when he's like screening him, like that's what he's looking for.
Not screening.
That's what it's gonna be.
Good luck to you, sir.
That's all. I love you, whoever you are.
I feel like that's a song.
What?
I think that's a what's her name? Tori something song.
Tori Kelly?
Yeah, wasn't that a good Tori song? Dear
I know what
future husband.
That's Meghan Trainor.
No, dear,
It's Dear No One
that
for
one.
Tori Kelly.
I'm not shouting out Meghan Trainor on this podcast.
What? You don't like Meghan Trainor?
No, do you? No. No.
I can have a Gucci. Oh.
You did not just start singing that. Bitch, no. Somebody edit it out. Damn, she produces this podcast. Not a Meghan Trainor interlude.
Literally an interlude. Cut the press.
Cut it.
Okay.
We can.
0.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds.
Oh.
The reason why I love Meghan Trainor is because I like happy-go-lucky poppy music.
Honestly,
I need to put it like the cheesy, whatever you want to call it, like Old Navy commercial, whatever.
So funny.
I need a little bit of it.
Twitter is so savage.
It's so funny though.
Somebody said they took Jordan's spot.
They did. Have you seen it? It's so funny, bro. Like it looks like a real commercial. I'm gonna have to find it.
It's
not.
Was it real? I saw like parts of the video.
No, it was fake. Somebody edited it. Yeah, but I just and she like her. Here's the thing: when I go to listen to Meghan Trainor, I am not looking for a body of work.
Okay, I mean,
because when I listened to the whole album from start to finish,
fair.
I was like,
as long as you're bopping.
Yeah, I'm bopping.
It did what it had to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I haven't checked it out. I know my brother was on like the first album, Heavy. And then I was like, damn.
I was on her like past couple albums, Heavy. It is what it is. But let's move on.
All right, girl.
I'm
Megan.
so
Shout out to Taylor. That's a
Swift?
white girl I can get down with.
I haven't listened to the whole thing from start to finish.
But
I'm so shook that you're like.
I've been playing that
so
album.
You edited our whole Instagram caption is a Taylor Swift reference.
I know. I was like, oh, this is going maybe too far.
But maybe not far enough.
Yeah, it's just really good.
Okay. We gotta get back. We gotta get back. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, really, it's just like she talked about all the differences. We already talked about one, meeting the family, even down to like the tea, like
the small talk.
Right? And just like, and this makes me think about also. Because I realized in our last episode I was going to make this point and realized I never made it.
Okay, go on.
But about how like this hits me too, because I like my family and like kind of jokingly, kind of like matter of factly, we're like, you're going to end up with a white man. Like we can see it.
No.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'll talk to my aunties about that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we'll like converse about who we think is going to end up with a white girl and who's not. And like,
it's like a thing.
It's kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's funny.
It's like funny, haha. But like when you're the person, you're just like, it almost makes.
I don't think that.
Huh?
I don't think that.
Well, okay. Well, my experience.
But you never know. I could see it too. It's not like I couldn't see it.
Right. It was kind of funny, haha. But it was also sometimes like bringing me down, like lessening my blackness, because they're like you're not black enough.
That's why
to have
I didn't
a black
say
man.
what it was, because it's not necessarily a good thing. It's like when people say you talk white. It's like us stereotyping people. Like,
exactly.
You're this way, so you're gonna be with this person,
right? When like
and putting you in a box.
Yeah, when like my personality, yes, maybe that may be the case. But I still have that vision of like marrying a fine black man.
I don't even feel like you're a person. I don't know, but that's funny you say that.
But you remember, like, well, you know, I grew up in predominantly white spaces, so like I did act
white. What act white?
Right.
I don't know. This is a good combo because I feel like this is stuff that's real.
And so I've always almost felt too ashamed to even go on dates with white men and like not even give them the chance. Period. And I
feel like it's internal, like for you.
Yeah.
Because you've been called like
right.
less than white.
Less
than black.
Yeah. And it wasn't until I went to therapy and like talked about it, and she was like, I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, but also you're limiting yourself dating wise because you're cutting out a whole sector of people.
Yeah, fair enough.
Who like maybe a white man is your future husband. Like, you really never know. Like,
you don't.
You're not testing the waters out. So she like she was like, you know, open that up a little more and see what happens. And it's never been like I've intentionally
moment.
I love my therapist. It's never been an intentional like I'm not gonna talk to any white man, like da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's just been like,
do you feel like you attract white men?
I feel like I can.
Yes, you can.
I can, and I have.
I do,
and I have.
Will continue.
Right.
But I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I was listening to a podcast, and I think they were talking about there's a difference between. I don't even know. I don't remember it well enough to even quote it. But it was something along the lines of like people that attract black people, or people that attract like black men that attract a lot of white women, and like it was just getting into like the meat of like who attracts who and why kind of thing. And I feel like growing up I never really attracted white men. Still to this day.
Yeah.
And I never knew why. You know? So it's just interesting.
I think it also depends on the person.
It does.
And
I've dated a white guy.
Yeah, I was about to say you've dated a white man.
But he was the only white man that ever was like, yo.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's interesting. Like, is it a mental thing?
I think it's a mental thing. It's a cultural thing. I think there's a lot that plays into it that we just kind of overlook and just like stereotype it to be that one thing when it's like so much deeper than that.
Of course.
So yeah, that's why I was like this is thvery interesting to me because them navigate. They're very different, but they're navigating through it so well.
No, honestly, the way he handled the whole Black Lives Matter movement or the summer of 2020.
And just like all of these like what seemingly like little things that add up to so much. And all these little cultural differences. And I don't know, it just made me feel good. And I love this for her. That was like my like final thoughts. Like, we love to see it for Phoebe.
Phoebes.
And like how he's like integrating her into his world and she's integrating him into her world. And that was the point. That was the other point where it was like something that was turning me off a little bit, that was playing a part in it from dating a white man, especially after the summer of 2020, was like, you will never understand this experience of being not only a black person, a black woman, because you are not black.
Yeah.
And it could be easier with someone who is black because it's similar shared experiences. But of course, as we see with British Bake Off, like, it's not the end all be all though. It's like, yes, they will never fully understand, but they can like, I don't know, what's the word? Like, not sympathize, but I don't know what the word.
They can be there.
They can be there. They can be a support. They can still be just as good.
I guess it's really just about what are your personal, like, I guess, what are your non-negotiables? Because that could be a non-negotiable for someone.
Yeah, like if you...
And it's valid.
Right,
you know?
right. So it's exploring that also, though. And you never know until you experience, like,
that's true.
She would have never seen this side of... I'm sure she's seen, like, bits and pieces of it, but like not as heavy and to the same extent as like the summer of 2020. Honestly. Where like you had no choice. Everybody showed their ass in either a good way or a bad way, and you saw it.
Yeah.
And like even now afterwards, because of the summer of 2020, we talk about it way more than we used to.
That's
so
true.
Yeah, that was something else too that I had considered when it's like, maybe, I mean, consider, but not as heavy as I was.
No, good. I mean, I feel like there's a difference between being with someone who like, because there is a thing that happens sometimes where you may feel certain ways, but then your partner doesn't feel the same way, and you almost like become an apologist for them. You're like, well, I know his true colors.
When it's like, but that is.
They're voting against a lot of things, like whatever it is. It may be a voting, it may be a belief, it may be anything that's like bigoted and ignorant that could be talked about. I feel like it's easier to just brush everything under the table. And I know in some cultures, like she talks about when she goes to London and it's just like small talk for like 2 hours, and she's like, where's the like
where's the end?
Yeah, and where's the like real conversations? We're family.
Yeah. Where's the substance?
Some families don't. So I get that in my family of like, we don't talk about the bad stuff. It's just hush hush. You know what I mean? But it's there.
It's like the elephant in the room.
For sure. And yeah, guys. I mean, I just think at the end of the day, I think. Yeah.
You do be thinking.
I be thinking.
And wording. But anywho, to wrap this up, we stand. This is a British Bake Off stan account.
Yeah.
We love to see it for them.
With, who is it?
Bono.
Yeah.
She was like, I know how this is going to sound, because it's like, it reminded me when she was talking about champagne problems.
Yes.
And she was like, hold on, before I say this.
She said, I know I'm going to sound super annoying, but last time we were at dinner with Bono.
Right. I was like, bitch.
I love awareness.
We love an awareness ass bitch.
Yeah.
Which that is Phoebe.
And I'm glad that Phoebe is down with her British culture. I learned a lot in this chapter about things about British people I didn't know.
Right.
I've always wanted to date a British person.
Me too, but it was because of the accent.
I hope you do it, because I didn't.
I'm so weak. If you're, hey, I'm available. But all right, next essay is self-care is not a candle in therapy. Oh, wait. Self-care is not a candle and therapy is not a notebook. How we are doing the most and the absolute least at the same damn time. Which, very excited to read this essay because I feel that.
I feel like I do the most too. And the least.
All the time.
All of it.
But okay, y'all, it's been another great episode. Fun, exhilarating, loud, wordy, thinking episode. Lots of thoughts. Episode of She All Read. I'm Alana.
I'm Samra.
And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.